Hi students, today we are going to continue with the second part of chapter 2, page number 18 and 19. Savita, a young girl in a draped pink dress, sits alongside an elderly woman, soldering pieces of glass. Here one more character named Savita. She is in a faded pink dress and she sits along with an elderly woman making bangles. As her hands move mechanically like the tongs of machine. From this sentence only we can make out that she is well experienced in making bangles. I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangles she helps make. Now the author wonders over here that whether she knows what is the value of bangles which she is making now. It symbolizes an Indian woman's suhag, auspiciousness in marriage. As we all know that the bangles, they are the symbol of an Indian woman's suhag, and auspiciousness means shubh in marriage. It will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is draped with a red veil, her hands dyed red with henna, and red bangles rolled onto her wrist. Means she will realize the importance of bangles when she'll get married. She will then become a bride. Bride means dulhan. Like the old woman beside her who became one many years ago. Like that old woman who became bride before many years. She still has bangles on her wrist but no light in her eyes. She has bangles on her wrist but lot of sadness is there in her eyes. एक वक्त शेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया, she says in a voice drained of joy. In sadness, she says that एक वक्त शेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया. She has not enjoyed even one full meal in her entire lifetime. Means she has not even enjoyed one full meal in her entire lifetime. That's what she has reaped. She has reaped means that is what her condition even after working hard in making bangles. Her husband, an old man with a flowing beard, says, I know nothing except bangles. He knows nothing except making bangles. All I have done is make a house for the family to live in. Only the one thing he has done, that is he has made a house for the family to live in, and that's a great challenge for him. As we know that the people, those who are living in Firozabad, they don't even enjoy even one full meal in their entire lifetime. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. Means he has achieved a lot of success, but others have failed in their lifetime. Others have not even built their own house. He has a roof over his head, and he is very much lucky enough to have a roof over his head. The cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles, not even enough to eat, ring in every home. Means the cry from each and every house of Firozabad is that they carry the business of making bangles, and even after working hard, they don't even have enough money to eat. The young men echo the lament of their elders, means they tell the sorrowful complaint of their elders. Little has moved with time, it seems, in Firozabad. Nothing is changed. The situation is as it was before in Firozabad. Years of mind-numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. Means even after the hard work, toil means hard work, they have not been able to achieve anything in their life, and they have even forgot the ability to dream. Why not organize yourself into a cooperative? I ask a group of young men who have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen. Now here, this is a question asked by the author, that why you don't create your own union. The young man says that they have fallen in the vicious circle of middlemen. Vicious means corrupted. Middleman over here means the one who buys bangles at a very low rate and they sell in the market at a very high price. And the young man also says that their fathers and forefathers, they are also trapped in this circle. They also could not fight with them. Even if we get organized, we are the one who will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal. So the group of young men says that even if they organize their union, they will be caught by the police, beaten and sent to jail for doing something illegal, they say. There is no leader among them, no one who could help them see things differently. And nobody will take the initiative also, nobody will become the leader, because he also knows that if he will become the leader, he will be caught by the police and sent to jail. Their fathers are as tired as they are. Means their fathers, they also have to face all these difficulties. They were also exploited during their time. They talk endlessly in a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy to greed and to injustice. Means they just talk about this all things only, like poverty, sadness, greed and the injustice that is done to them. Listening to them, I see two distinct worlds. One of the family caught in a web of poverty, means one family that is caught in the web of poverty, burdened by the stigma of caste in which they are born. As I have told you before also, that their caste is bangle makers. They belong to that caste. So they are born in that caste. So they have to be engaged in making bangles. The other vicious circle of the sahukars. Now the other circle is the corrupted sahukars, the middlemen, the policemen, the keepers of law, the bureaucrats and the politicians. These all are corrupted people. Together they have imposed the baggage on the child that he cannot be put down. Before he is aware, he accepts it as naturally as his father. Now, the child sees that his forefathers, fathers, all are engaged in this bangle making. So he accepts that profession. He sees from his childhood only all these things. Before he comes to know what is poverty and exploitation, he is already engaged in making bangles. To do anything else would mean to dare. To select any other profession would be to challenge these all people, these corrupted people. And daring is not a part of his growing up. When I sense a flash of it in Mukesh, I am cheered. This is a sentence spoken by the author, that when she sees Mukesh, she is very much happy. Why? Because at least Mukesh has some other dream apart from making bangles. That is, he wants to become a motor mechanic, he repeats. He will go to a garage and learn, he said. Mukesh said this. But the garage is a long way from his home. Now the author says that the garage is a long way from your home. I will walk, he says. He insists. Now here another question is asked by the author, that do you also dream of flying a plane? He is suddenly silent. No, he says, staring at the ground. He looks down at the ground. In his small murmur there is an embarrassment that he has not yet turned into regret. Now he is little bit embarrassed when this is the question asked by the author, because he knows that at least to become a motor mechanic, That is also a very great dream for him, and he doesn't know whether he is going to fulfill it or not. He is content to dream of cars. He is satisfied seeing the dream of cars that he sees hurtling down the street of his town. He is happy, he is satisfied to dream of cars which he sees moving in the streets of his town. So here our chapter 2 gets over. Thank you, students. Stay home, stay safe.